All right, remember, Cyclone Amphan is all set to make a landfall in the coastal areas of Bengal, Odisha and also parts of Bangladesh. I'm now joined for a special interaction by the National Disaster Force and the NDRF DG, SN Pradhan. So thank you so much for giving us your time. We are expecting the landfall in the evening and it's going to cover a massive area likely of Odisha and Bengal. How precisely is the NDRF ensuring that they evacuate and also maintain preparations for the least impact of this landfall? Sir.
Well, the situation as it obtains now is that we have deployed about 20 teams in Odisha and about 19 teams in Bengal, West Bengal. 2 teams are on standby in West Bengal. So all the 20 teams are deployed in Odisha. So totally 41 teams are deployed between the 2 states. And as we speak, a lot of people have been evacuated since yesterday evening. In the afternoon, the process started, and in both the states, in excess of 4 lakh people have been evacuated. In Bengal, West Bengal, as the state has reported, 3,30,000 have been evacuated as reports last came in. And in Odisha, by the report that I just got just before this interview, I think almost 1.5 lakh people have been evacuated from the high impact districts. So evacuation has happened. But then I think the most important thing is to watch the curvature of the cyclone and monitor it very closely. As we speak, the wind has picked up near the Paradeep coast, and the system is moving towards the coastal areas of Bhadrak and Balasore, which are supposed to be the high impact districts in Odisha. But even then, the brunt of the cyclone is supposed to be borne by the area between Digha in West Bengal and the Hatia island of Bangladesh. And that would mean the landfall would be somewhere near the Sagar island and the Kakudip area of West Bengal. These are highly populated, densely populated areas, and has to be watched closely. At what speed, wind speed, the landfall happens, and what will be the precipitation at that time. And the second concern is the predicted storm surge, because this is the delta area very, very close to the sea, and there are a lot of rivers and rivulets, hundreds of rivers and rivulets. So the storm surge from the sea, which is predicted to be 4 to 6 meters. And we must also remember that today happens to be the no moon day, and this is a Amavasya, which has its own tide formations. Yes. So the storm surge will ride over that tide formation. So we are looking at something like 4 to 6 meters or in excess of that. And that water is going to enter land. So preparations have to be made accordingly, and the NDRF has also advised the local administration accordingly. Hope everything turns out right in the end.
Yes, sir, that's the hope. And an important question also added to that, sir. While the National Disaster Response Force has managed many of these cyclones and other concerns when it happens, but how different is this cyclone due to the COVID-19 issue also that is emerging, because that has its own challenges with evacuations, with rescue and relief measures. So what is the difference that you have managed to see this time around?
Well, I think this is an unprecedented situation.
Yes.
We have never had this situation in the learning curve of NDRF. This is, I think, a different shape of the beast at all, and it has to be seen as something that you have to learn from, because there is no experience for this. These are 2 disasters, and they are not even back to back; they are simultaneous. We are in the time of COVID, and the cyclone has hit us, and that's not a normal cyclone; it's a super cyclone. And let's remember that this is a super cyclone which is happening after 2 decades. In the Bay of Bengal, in independent India's history, this is the second super cyclone. So this is, as I said, this is a beast with a different shape. It's a dual beast, and we have to tackle them. And the problem is that you cannot really undermine COVID challenge, and you cannot undermine the cyclone challenge. So it has to be handled with that kind of preparation. The good thing is that for the NDRF at least, we have been preparing for monsoon and floods in the time of COVID. Remember, floods are the bane of India in terms of disasters, and 60% of our time and effort is spent on floods. So we were preparing for floods in the time of COVID, and I think that preparation will help us to an extent. But then there are issues of social distancing, there are issues of sanitation, and there are issues of cyclone shelters which have been converted into COVID shelters. So there has to be adjustment, and there has to be some kind of a alternate accommodation made. But we are doing all that as we go along. And I think it will be a learning curve for us. It is a steep learning curve, but we'll learn as we go. But then we have accepted the challenge, we are up for it, and hopefully we'll be able to ride it.
Sir, I do have one final question. I saw some of the visuals where the NDRF teams are making announcements, are reaching out to people to take as much precaution as possible. So if there's a viewer watching right now living along the coastal area, what precautions do you want to mention that they ensure at this time, even if they've not been evacuated, even if they are at a safe distance, what are the best precautions to take by themselves?
I think two important precautions are very clear that have to be observed without any exception. The first is that if you are in a kacha house with a roof which is thatched, which is a tin roof, which is an asbestos roof, or if you are in even a pakka house which you think is suspect and old and not well managed or well constructed, I think just you must get out of that place and go to a safer place which is very assured that it is a safe place, maybe a cyclone shelter, maybe a relative's house, but you must get out of the way, get out of that house and not be victim of that possibility of that house collapsing or the roof flying off and something happening. That is the first precaution that has to be observed without any exception. And I hope this is happening on ground, and we have advised the states accordingly, and the district administration, I hope, is doing that. The NDRF is certainly doing that, and NDRF is advising accordingly. The second precaution is, even if you are in a pakka house, the IMD has predicted that there will be wind speeds of a high order and there will be rain. It is not a condition to go outside.
Yes.
So you must stay put inside your house, because there will be flying debris, there will be uprooted trees, there will be uprooted electric poles, there will be uprooted telecom poles and wires. So it is not a good condition to go out. So I think you stay put, stay inside. It's almost the same precaution as in COVID. Stay within the Lakshman Rekha of your house. This is not the right time to go out at all in this cyclone.
All right. SN Pradhan, DG NDRF, sir, thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule. NDRF is at the forefront, has always been ensuring that there is least impact, at least with regard to civilians. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time. And let's hope that it will be a weakened cyclone this time along the coast of Odisha and Bengal.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.